or shout outs or the goods that's going on around the business space. And one of those, speaking of corporate responsibility, Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Oh, those poor E. coli ridden mofos. Mexican food of doom. Well, actually, not real Mexican. American Mexican chaos to get all puffy.
Somebody's not washing their hands, man.
That's right. It's exactly it. Except
It's
I
really
think
simple.
I think that somebody's after they've used the salsa canister as their canister for their daily's work. Because you can't just get like a one-off office problem. They've had like 40% of their stores.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But
It's
they-
a supplier problem.
Right, it's
Oh.
obvious.
It's not a local store problem.
No,
that's
it's
what they're
suppliers.
looking to fix.
It's a
That's
master
all.
supply store.
That's right, correct. It's at the very top. It was such a big deal that they said, okay, whoa, stop. And they stopped the presses. February 8th, they shut the whole company down globally.
Really?
Yes,
That's
they
huge,
did.
yeah.
They shut it all down globally. They did a training initiation, say, okay, listen, Fred, you need to make sure of these 5 things. And then when you're done doing those 5 things, if you go to the bathroom for 2 minutes, wash your hands this way. Okay, Fred, go back to work. You can do those things. It was such a deal. They invested $10 million just on February 8th, educating.
And look what they
Everybody
lost
to do
for
that.
not being productive.
Oh, right. Oh my God, right. So, do
Millions.
you think that's one of those things though where they could have ounce prevention with pound cure, or like when was they could have got ahead of this, or did they fail? And then if that's the case, we're gonna get back to the importance of how you train, what you do in your space for your
Yeah,
employees.
I mean, when I saw this, I think it should go into the HIS category, because as far as I'm concerned, if you've got a house and somebody walks up your broken steps and breaks their leg and sues you, and then you fix the steps, I'm not giving you an award for fixing the steps, right?
No,
You
I
should've known,
I get that, all right.
And all that, like, great, they're investing it, and maybe they're not actually required to do it, but to
They
save
were, yeah.
themselves as a business model, they gotta show this kind of stuff. So,
Well,
I don't
I'm
know
not-
if
I'm
how
not
smart it
impressed.
was, if they're gonna focus on, proper food handling as what they're trying to fix, when the reality, as common as it was, it really needed to be or has to be, attributed to a supplier.
Bad lettuce, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, because it happened all at the same time,
No, I get it. Yeah, and it was across the system as a whole.
right.
This whole, but the problem
If
was,
it was truly a training issue within their franchise system, though, I mean, it could have been across the.
Yeah.
Across
That
the
shows you how
board.
delicate that food system
Yeah.
is.
it is.
Well, I mean, every franchise system needs to have an appropriate training system in place.
Yeah.
If they didn't have it and they determined that was the reasoning for all these,
Even the
Contaminations.
small restaurants.
they needed to shut down
Yeah.
and retrain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even small restaurants
Yeah.
need training like that, but especially when you have a system that you're selling over and over and over again, and you expect certain levels of profitability.
Right.
You have to be trained in food safety.
And part of it
And
is
maybe
it
they
doesn't-
weren't doing that. Who kn- I mean, I haven't bought the system.
Well, part of it is it doesn't matter, right? You get in trouble for not being clean. It
E.
doesn't
coli
matter
is very
what caused
specific,
it.
you can
Yeah,
have, you
sure,
can have
yeah.
bad food, but,
Yeah.
from poor handling, but to have E. coli, rampant
It's
the way it
waste.
is.
But to
Yeah,
recover
waste
from that, they've got to show things like washing. Even if it